What's up, people? Welcome. This is kind of impromptu. I was busy and today, but I wanted to take a look at this because this was back from when was this? He did this Let It Burn Down the 10th, right? So I remember somebody put me on to this when this was happening when GP316 did on the 10th, which was a Sunday, and then he jumped on the Heathen stream that same night and got chewed the F out. So I thought that was quite hilarious, and I congratulate a lot of people putting him in his place because GP is just the best and an annoyance to me. Sup, Tiny Skull. Random Fish, what's up? How you doing, Lynn Smith? We got Highlight Groceries. How you doing? Welcome. Catty Corn. We got AK in here. What's up? Capone. Bally. We got Bally. We got Hurl. We got Pew Pew Tasha. What's up? What's up? What's up? What happened? Listen, okay. You know what? I'm just gonna do this stream on GP. I know a lot of people are fighting and whatnot. A lot of words were said on the Sunshine 2.0 stream. But one of the things I learned, I just keep myself to myself. My number one rule still remains, people. Monty will not come and attack you. Monty is the one who's always replying, right? Because whenever I'm replying to somebody, or you could say I'm talking shit, it's because that person started talking shit first. You cannot say that once ever you've ever seen me go and just start talking crazy shit about people. Like, it's just not my thing to do. I've never done it. I'm never gonna do it. But I really want to make this stream because I really don't like what GP316 was doing and saying he's been doing this for years. He hides behind people. Whenever he thinks somebody has a pretty good following, whether that be hundreds or thousands of viewers watching their stream, he'll try and befriend that person to try and get as much people behind him as possible. This is the same guy that no matter what time of day I would come on, let's say I have like a Monday or Tuesday, it'll be 1 p.m., 11 a.m., 3 p.m., 5, 7, or 10 p.m. He'd always be sniping me. What does that tell you? What did that tell you? That tells me the dude has all the free time he has. Did you A-log Hannibal's channel? What's A-log? Does that mean I have his videos downloaded and saved? Here's the thing. From my understanding, whenever a channel is struck out, it will say something along the lines like this channel has been terminated for, and they'll put whatever reason. So whether it's be copyright, it will be numerous copyright violations. If it's for anything to do with certain, I don't know, skin being shown, it'll say like nudity or sexual content. It will say something like that, right? And when I looked at his page and whatnot, it just says this doesn't exist, right? So that's kind of telling me that he most likely deleted it. Did he get a strike or strikes from me? Fuck yeah, he did. I ain't gonna let a bitch strike me, privacy striking me, and I'm not gonna retaliate. Fuck that. I could have done this freaking 2 years ago. I've been putting up with 2 years of his bullshit, talking all this shit, lying, doing all sorts of stupid shit. And his videos were still up when I knew I could have easily gotten them down, but I didn't. But if you're really gonna privacy strike me to get my videos removed at you, not even for a freaking week, not even for a week. The oldest one was when the truth came out. He starts striking. What's up, Eggy Toast? How's it going? Coffee and Rose, how you doing? Deb, I think he made his it private. His other channel still up. Yeah, something like that. He probably like removed it or whatever. Did Hannibal have previous strikes? Probably not. But he didn't get enough to get it removed on my end. I'll just put it that way. And it still really pisses me off that he's been going at it, telling all this shit about me for 2 years, and the guy couldn't take a week. And then at the cusp of 2 weeks, he's gone. I'm like, are you really telling me he's such a man that he can't even take 2 fucking shit about him after people finding out? Okay, crazy. All right, crazy. The other thing I like to bring up is the history of Monty in Girl World, because Who can tell me the first time somebody was saying I was lying or talking shit or was making stuff up? Can anybody remember? I heard that PG lost her mind. I did hear that. I've been hearing that she is talking to me, talking to or at me, talking to or at Breezy, talking to or at her lawyer. You know what? It's the multiple personalities again, I guess. I don't know. I have no idea. All I gotta say is shit. Hey, told Jade you struck his channel out. Who told who that? I didn't. I couldn't. I wasn't able to. I mean, if it came to that, then it would. But what YouTube likes to do is they'll group privacy or copyright strikes together. So if you get 2 or 3 within the same period of time or at the same time, depending on who's viewing it, they'll just count that as one or none. It's really up to them how they put stuff out there. So I wasn't the one that did it. If people are thinking that, it wasn't me, because when I looked, his stuff was still up. Okay, so when all my stuff was completed, it was still there. So who knows what happened with that, but it wasn't me. What else am I gonna say? Okay, so the first time somebody ever or group of people ever said I was making shit up was back in, when was this? Was it 2022? Remember when Nads had court and he went the first time and then he went live on the Uber drive back from, where was it, from Gatineau to Montreal, that like $200. I can't believe people are spending $200. Do you know you could easily get a ride share from Ottawa to Montreal for like $25, sometimes $20. There's no rhyme or reason to spend that much money when times are this hard. But that was the first time. So it happened in May. In late May, he had his court case. Nobody knew what was going on, and then he was in the Uber, I guess, with another lady, and that lady unfortunately got doxxed hours later, if that. Like, people are really on top of stuff. So then people, including me, decided that, hey, we're gonna go to his next court date after people found out where he was gonna, be showing up. So in June, I show up there. Other people showed up there as well, and we waited and waited and waited hours and hours and hours, and then finally he got called up, and then we are told that he didn't show, so there was a bench warrant for his arrest. So this is exactly what I reported on Monty After Dark. It was a really short live stream. It's still on my channel, Monty After Dark. And then when I reported that there was a warrant out for his arrest, people were like, oh my God, really? I'll be like, how the hell? How did that happen? No, Monty's lying. Monty's doing this. So therefore, I started being known as a liar. So I show up. I literally even showed proof of my ticket. I think my ticket was like 7:43, 7:46 or something in the morning, that I had this ticket that shows I was in the parking lot and I paid for parking in the parking lot of the Palais de Justice, Palace of Justice, aka the courthouse. Showed it. Still being called out. A month later, Nads is supposed to show up for court again. So a month later from that would be July, because it was practically once a month. All of a sudden, one of the first thing the judge does is rescind the warrant for his arrest. Rescind the warrant for his arrest. And then somebody on Twitter, I guess they tagged me or whatever, is like, oh yeah, people owe Monty an apology, because I guess, why the fuck would I make shit up and say that the guy has a warrant for his arrest if he didn't have a warrant for his arrest? This is what I don't understand with people. Like, what the hell is wrong with people that you think I would make that shit up? Like, I wasn't there, and I would just say that I was there when I wasn't there, and then make up that he had a warrant. Like, it just doesn't make any sense to me. It really doesn't. And a lot of what GP316 here was saying didn't make a lot of sense. And I'm glad that people like Curl Connections gave him an ass whooping, figuratively speaking, in Minecraft. Is there a palais in Gatineau? There is a courthouse, yes, right in Hull is the area, I believe, because downtown Gatineau is Hull. So yes, the Palace of Justice was right at Hull. Hull is actually pretty beautiful to me, by the way. I really like Hull area, Gatineau. I frequent it. I used to pick people up at the McDonald's, not too far from downtown. I mean, whenever I did the ride shares and whatnot. But yeah, that was my first instance of this bullshit of people just saying that I'm making shit up. I'm like, I never get that. Like, why would anybody kind of do that? But lately, I'm getting the understanding that people do this shit. They just make shit up and say that they were somewhere where when they weren't, or they're doing something that they didn't do, or they say that other people are doing something that that person isn't doing. Anyway, let's just get into this GP316 stuff right here. Let's go. All right. So here he is three days ago talking his ish, and and then ignoring people, including Akate's daughter, who's in the chat. Ignoring Capone Boxer, who's in the chat. Were you over there, Earl? I can't remember. All right, hey Marie, what's up? What's going on? Anyways, let's listen to this and let's figure things out.
What's up? What's up? What's up? We back at it again. Hope everybody had a good little weekend. Hope you vote. I hope you voted for the person that you wanted to. And like I said, every vote counts, and I thank God for the people that vote. Unfortunately, people didn't get the president they want. And for the people who did get the president they want, all we could do is say, whatever, bro, congratulations. But still,
And damage control, highlight groceries.
voting was important, and no matter who you voted for, thank God that you voted. Now let me go ahead and get into it. So, oh my God. Shout out to the people that send me little screenshots, little recordings, a little or the links to people's videos. Shout out to them because I wouldn't know what's going down or what's happening if it wasn't for them. Because I am definitely busy.
All right, so what's going on with Rosie these days? I haven't been keeping up because I'm busy. Like, I got a major test coming very shortly, but hey, I'm gonna be back on Saturday. I'll do some foodie beauty stuff and try and catch up as much as possible.
But family, getting close to the holidays, Thanksgiving, Christmas, y'all know people that have families know how it goes. Get a crazy ass long Christmas list. Oh my God, this Christmas list this year is just every year it gets long.
Let me go forward. I just wanted to listen to this intro, and then I'm gonna listen to a specific part. And maybe I'll go to Your Mama's stream after Your Mama caught him up in the lie when he tries to literally rewrite history, which a lot of people in this space does. They rewrite history, so they'll start saying something, and the more and more you say something, whether it's true or not, typically it will not be true. The more people think or believe that that's just the case. Is Rosie the woman Bally keeps watching? Is Rosie the woman you watch, Bally? Because I remember when Rosie came into the space, I mean, I did do a stream about it. I wasn't mean or anything. I was just, saying, hey, she knows what she's doing. She knows that she can get thrashed around, but she said that she was up for it. You get views, right?
And I would it's oh my God, Christmas shopping is hard. And wifey's doing it, I'm doing it, so we trying to get together. The Giants lost today. The Jets, I'm still trying to have some hope in them. The Bills did the damn thing. So
was it Bally? Yeah, I think Bally was the first or one of the first to cover Rosie. I remember I covered Rosie as well for a little bit, but you watch her but stop to cover her much as she's boring. Okay.
It's been a pretty interesting week since I've been on here. But first, let me say this. Before I talk about anybody else, before I shut down other people or burn it down, I want to say this. I know people out there is expecting me or probably think that I'm going to come on and start attacking people, whatnot, because of what they said about me. No, let me tell you, I haven't been silent because I don't want people to think that I'm trying to hide or run. Absolutely not. I'm just taking my blows. I'm taking all the criticism, no matter if you're telling the truth on me, if you're lying on me, if you speculate, or if you hypothesize it, it don't matter. I'm just taking the L. I put myself in a position to get an L, and I have to take it. I have to take all criticism.
Yeah, yeah. GP wanted that W, but he got the L at the end of the day. GP decided to be best friends with Hannibal. Hannibal had hundreds of people. I still don't know why to this day Hannibal used to have hundreds of people in his streams. All he did was use other people's work. His intro wasn't his. His research from how long wasn't his. He just comes in, asks people for information, replays other people's stream, gives his little dry ass commentary, says he has multiple degrees, which he does not. And I'm gonna keep harping on it because why would anyone think a guy who is so sweetie pie and nice to sickness is a genuine person? What do you think a guy would be like? I'm sorry. Go ahead. Yeah. For hours, night after night after night, wouldn't be hiding something. Wouldn't be freaking have a sociopathy. This is what I don't get. It's like the guy, the way how he act was so robotic, so programmed, as if he was putting on a front, and that's exactly what Hannibal was doing. He was putting on a front. The real Hannibal is the type of person who avails himself of things from women, such as their funds, their property, their money, their gifts, their love, their affection, and the sickest one of all that you could ever take from somebody, because you can always get money back. You can always get worldly possessions back. You can always get certain things back, physical things, but one thing you can never get back is time. And if Hannibal says you're his girlfriend and you think that for years and years and years, you can never get that time back. Shit, you might not even get that undo of that venereal is being given you. Hopefully, it's not viral, is all I'm saying. But seriously, what Hannibal was doing behind the scenes, it puzzles me to this day that people really thought that very robotic type of energy, that very kind, soft spoken. I mean, you can be a very good person, you can be a very kind person, but the way how he was doing it was really fake. Like the way how some people talk, like there's lots of people who are kind and nice and genuine people, but they never talk like Hannibal. Hannibal was very. Latoya left a message on Busy's page that Hannibal abused her again and he's not getting help. Really? Now, what moniker was Latoya under? Because statistically, they say that Latoya would and is being abused because his first time really isn't his first time. His first time is only his first time caught. And we've been hearing a lot of history of Hannibal doing multiple things multiple times to multiple different women. This is a person that was involving himself 1 or 2 or 3 degrees away from the so-called cartel affiliation and having people displaced from their home to Texas so that they can somehow unalive themselves, either through their means, usually through their means, or another way, so that they can up on life insurance money because he was the benefactor. You think that would be a good guy? Really? That doesn't seem like a good guy to me. That seems like a person that is just as bad as Nader. And a lot of people are really fooled by Hannibal. A lot of people need to really be cautious of who they're trying to associate with, because a guy who's acting that fake, that too sweet, when semi behind the scenes, his Discord server, he had flashes of what he was really like, when he would go off on people, when he would say things in his drunken stupor, when he would talk about certain things that, as we know, some are not real and others are extremely real, maybe a little bit fabricated, maybe a little bit indulged upon, but overall, the whole situation with that lady in Texas, and then Hannibal having to watch out for himself because somebody from the cartel was coming after him, is fairly true, because I'm not really sure how solid Rachel's association or affiliation with the cartel is. From what I hear, it's pretty solid. But I hey, she was definitely gonna go after him, 100%. Especially when people are looking for money or wanting their money from this deal, especially when the deal soured. And thank God that woman got away from them, because that would be awful. Can you imagine if your mom was being drugged up in Texas and there you couldn't do anything about it from some guy who your mom thinks is in love with her, but he really isn't in love because he has other situationships all over the place. Can you imagine that?
So that's why I haven't been attacking. That's why I haven't been jumping down nobody's throats. That's why I haven't been doing a really back and forth. I muted some people because and I didn't even write on my Twitter. You can see I just put a post up yesterday saying I'm burning it down. Like I've been just sitting back, taking all the lumps that people's giving me, and to the people who actually have some say in this, I appreciate the criticism.
Wait a second. So her world saying Mash is standing by him, and I no longer believe Mash is just a victim after finding out some things. What are you finding out? Because now I'm a little bit curious and behind in a lot of stuff. So Hannibal is he is a full on man. I still don't get it. Like people, like I was doing streams hours and hours and hours on end, and yeah, his whole persona and character was just too uppity fake to me.
I appreciate you giving me these lumps because my dumb ass should never have been defending a guy that had multiple chances of walking away. I take that L and I'm taking it proudly. Now, I know my last stream, I was like, it was a apology or walk back or whatever you want to call it. Whoever want to call it, whatever, or whatever you want to name it. But since the time has passed by, I got time to get my thoughts together and I want, just really talk about this from my perspective. And as I said before, I was dead wrong for getting on that panel and talking and not
Okay, I
listen.
gotta say this. There's a lot of people that went on that panel to defend Hannibal, because a lot of people, in all honesty, if I'm gonna be real, and I love being real right now, and I will be real, there's a lot of people there who went on there to defend Hannibal a lot more than the people who went on there to question Hannibal. Like people, wasn't people Tasha, you were in the chat, right? Questioning him. Boobies went on there to question Hannibal about the situation. I applaud you too. That was some very good stuff. Very good. But I will admonish people that went on there, especially a lot of people in the comment section, even days later after hearing more and more information come out, still defending this man, still saying that they're gonna welcome him back once he takes the time off, as if they are in a completely different world. Like, do people not understand the statistics? Do people have to have a family member, a cousin, somebody distant relative, have to be in a really bad situation for them to understand the negative effects of domestic violence? Like, what do people need? Like, there was so much people. There was Inferno on there. There was Mash. Well, I could say a lot about Mash, but let's just leave it at that. GP was on there. Inferno was on there. We had Ozzy's Kitchen on there. Like, the thing is, if you don't understand the situation, the best thing to do is stay out of it until you have a better understanding. Just jump on there. You see Hannibal, you jump on there because you're gonna defend Hannibal. Now look what's going on. Now there is a video clips highlight, whatever you want to call it, of you defending a person that was beating up women. So congrats to you for doing that. Well, not really congrats. It's just ignorant to me for people to go on, say they didn't have a full understanding. So why are you there? Like, have a full understanding first before you go on and do that. It just doesn't make any sense. You think PG has a crush on GP? PG will do anything and everything to be my ops. She will oppose me at every turn in her delusional ways wherever she speaks at me and makes shit up. Can somebody tell me what was up with that passport thing like a week ago? Was I supposedly doing something with her passport? Like, what's going on?
Or probably I should have rewind back to where Hannibal gave his explanation, or he gave whatever justification, or he tried to give us what happened. I should have listened to what he said, what happened, and I probably would have been singing a different tune. I probably would never got on the panel. But for me, being a biased idiot, because that's what I was a biased idiot.
Monty, I tried to give you Latoya. Yeah, I know what her YouTube name was. She was in Hannibal's comment section writing essays, figuratively and literally, but more literally. She was writing a pretty big paragraphs there, talking about how Hannibal is such a great person and other things. No, wait, no, that was somebody else. That was somebody else. One of his other ladies in there. So okay, please give it to me, Curl. You know my Instagram or Twitter. So Hecate daughter says GP Ozzy Mash Inferno Kalari Vidal Mermaid or some shit. Low pew boobies. That's who I remember so far. Yes. And if you need the video, I have it. I do have a few saved.
I hopped on that piano, guns blazing. Not
Yeah, if you really think that Hannibal and GP316 didn't talk this over, so I went on Wednesday night. I remember this distinctly. I think I went on for like 9 o'clock or whatever. I had to keep it short because I had to wake up super early the next morning after getting that information. And if you really believe that GP316 and Hannibal didn't confer with themselves and other people about what Hannibal is gonna say, then you're just stupid. I'm sorry to say this, but you're just dumb. Of course he did. That's why he came on Friday. And then GP thought, hey, this is gonna, wash over. Everything's gonna be good. So GP started making streams such as, he was what was he doing? Something about my stupidity because he thought he was still on the winning team. Inferno is fine, just being quiet. I don't know about that. We need to find Inferno. Is he okay? And what has he? Inferno made another video after all this shit comes out on Yo Mama. Like, I don't get it. Why don't you make a video, Inferno, on your evidence of your mama doing the yo-yo? That video I want to watch. If you say you have proof he didn't go to the basketball game, and you say you have proof he's on the yo,
knowing that he pretty much implicated himself in different ways of you hit that chick. Now, okay, I get it. I went hard, and that's why I took all my lumps and L's, and I'm continue taking the lumps and L's. It is what it is. This is my L to hold, and I'm gonna be selfish with it.
all right, thanks, girl.
So let me tell you why I was disappointed last stream, so people can understand. Instead of them speculating, lying, and prophesying or whatever, I want the people to know the truth. Okay, and then I'm gonna go to the chat. I was upset and hurt, not because dude lied to me. No.
He did a bowl of what?
Niggas lie to you all the time online. People lie to you all the time. It is what it is. No. I was upset and I was hurt over the fact that I put myself in a position that it makes me look, not look to y'all, but to myself. Fuck
Sup, Pearl. All right, take care, Hurl. Have a good one.
the audience. Fuck everybody else opinions. It's my opinion that matters. And in my mind, I was like, damn, I can't believe I put myself in this position. I can't believe that I defended a dude after I listened to his story. He had multiple times to walk away. He could have walked away multiple times. There was no reason for it to escalate. Now, I think I'm saying, oh well, GP, you just no. You're right. I'm just whatever you say, you're right. I just want you to know. Go ahead, give me my L.
I love this that GP is, you're right. He's such like a roller coaster. It's like you're right, give me the L. Then all of a sudden he turns into a hard ass. When did he do that? It was like 29 minutes and something seconds in. He starts going hard. It's actually quite actually no, I can't even say it's quite funny. It's more quite pathetic is what the proper word for it is. That's the proper descriptor. It's pathetic how GP attaches himself to whoever he believes will give him some clout, some views. And then if that doesn't work, he throws your ass underneath the bus. So let's listen to GP changeover right now into hard GP. And then he acts like a little bitch and gets put in his place by Curl Connections later on in the Sunshine 2.0 stream.
Pretty much that's it.
Yeah,
That's all I have to say about I just take my responsibility. That was my part. So yeah, so to the to my little 20 people or 14 or 50, whatever, that that messaged me like, hey bro, did you do this and this? What's going on with this? I'm seeing this on Twitter about you. There's my response. Here's my response. Excuse me. Here's my response.
That stream, I don't know, Catacorn. It could be reschedule. Let's see. Let me make sure it's the same stream as the one with Inferno. Allegedly, supposedly, or is this a new one? Oh, putting out the receipts I was shown. And that is for tomorrow. Oh, we gotta go over this. So maybe I'll go over this Saturday. Maybe I'll have a double stream. Foodie Beauty and this. He's gonna put out the receipts he was showing. Okay, let's see what's up. We're gonna see some stuff.
I just gotta take my L. I gotta hold it. I gotta walk away with it. There's nothing I could do. There's nothing I can say about it. I put myself in the position to be criticized, to look like a hypocrite. I just hold it. Now it's time to burn some of you motherfuckers. It's not no.
I love this switch. It's just like RGP just comes out of nowhere. Burn you MFers.
Defense to Hannibal. This is just you talking about me and keep bringing my name up, right? And people keep talking about, hey, they keep saying this about you. So now I've got to burn some of you. Make sure you know. You're not talking to a guy that come on here saying he's upstanding. I'm not Hannibal. I don't come up here saying I'm upstanding.
This is Hood GP with a PhD. No, not yet. He has a master's degree. But sooner or later, if any of you ever say to GP that you have a PhD, GP is also gonna get a PhD out of nowhere. He has a master's now, though. He has a master's degree. He's super hood, and he's gonna burn MFers right now.
When people come on here and they ask me, "Hey man, you're a pretty cool dude," I'm like, "No, I'm not. I'm an asshole." And I don't think that registered with some people. Let me reintroduce myself. I'm GP. I like talking trash on here. This is just a way for me to feed that sadistic side of me. Everything else, I don't know you. So if you say what you want to say about me, call me whatever you want, that's cool. That's how the game is played. Because I'm going to talk my trash and I'm going to do the exact same thing to you. I'm not on here to be a knight in shining armor. I'm not Hannibal. I don't come on here saying, oh, yeah, you should live your life this way because I'm a gentleman. I'm not no gentleman online. Okay, I'm the opposite.
I saw that Coffee and Roses. What's going on over there?
I'm the online.
I'm so used to being sniped. If it ain't PG sniping me, is GP sniping me. See how I said PG, GP? A P and a G, a G and a P.
Online presence. I'm the dude that I'm going to walk in the door and let it close right on you. That's who I am online. And I always been that way. So if you have any type of, if you think you have any type of moral ground, then take it. That's on you.
In all honesty, Capone, this resonates with me. GP sounds like a dude that, yeah, probably is doing what you're saying, allegedly. The way how he was smirking when I watched that Yo Mama clip, smirking about women being hit in a household, that isn't something you'd laugh about. That isn't something you're supposed to smirk about. Like, so why? I can't even think of a way to laugh when somebody says anything like that. That's sick. I have a lot of ladies in my family. In fact, most of my family, 75, 80%, it's women. It's women. It's all women. Like, why would I ever want anything like that to happen to any of my cousins, my aunts? Why would I want that? Because once again, it's a serious matter. Like, this is not anything to joke about or funny or rewrite.
Um, let me see. Oh yeah, this right here. This right here is hilarious. I want to play this real quick. I laugh at this shit for hours. Hold on, let me do it like this. Whoever's a Donald Trump fan, this shit right here is funny.
All right, you know what? I'm gonna cut this off. We're gonna go to when the peak of my day, the peak of my day is when Curl Connection comes on and gives it to GP straight after GP tries to come on hard trying to scare people. He does the scare tactic, you know, the badass big bully that allegedly supposedly lives in New York City. He doesn't fucking live in New York City. If you believe that shit, come on. I quizzed this dude. He was saying he lives in Brooklyn, which wasn't that far from where I used to live. I used to live in Queens, not really close to, you know, the edge of Brooklyn and Queens, but close enough to know understand a lot of things. And that guy couldn't answer a lot of my questions. If you want to take a look at that stream, I believe it's on Monday After Dark, when GP went on the stream and we started talking about a few things, and he couldn't figure out shit about Brooklyn or Queens. Like, dude, I haven't lived in Queens in a long time, and I still knew more than what he did. Anyways, we're gonna listen to this. We got King Low up there, Ear Pepperoni, Co Connections, The Roach, Svar, and Sunshine. GP hops on, and shit happens. Let's go.
I want to hear this shit with my own fucking ears.
Hold on, did I get him? Oh no. Okay, who wants to go down? Because I can only have 6 people up here.
I'm not going down.
I drop.
Okay, gotcha, girl. Gotcha.
No. Y'all talk all that shit.
No. Fuck you, nigga. Don't come on here like that.
I'm gonna let you hear it.
Why are you coming on all hard like that for? So we got Indica Queen is talking shit about me. Yeah, I guess it's a Wednesday. Why not?
What is wrong with you?
We're here.
I'm here. Go ahead.
You're hearing it. We
First
hearing
off,
it.
There's no scared of my bones. Let me have it.
Oh no, there was scared of your bones.
Let you hear it.
Okay, keep going. Go ahead.
There was
scared.
Block your crazy ass. You should exaggerate shit. Block your crazy ass.
Don't you dare.
Okay, wait a second. Okay, you guys realize that GP and King Low is on the outs now. I thought they were super cool with each other. This is how they fight, you know. King Low talks a little bit of shit, GP talks a little bit of shit, then they reconcile. I guess they ain't no reconciling this, right? Because hey, I've had my own fair share of disagreements with King Low here, but I gotta say King Low from the get-go, once this got revealed, he was talking and making a lot of sense, right? King Low was making way too much sense, and I gotta give it to people, whether you like me or not, or whether we've had our differences or not. I'm still gonna give it to you that King Low was saying and doing all the things that we'll be doing. Like, GP was talking a lot of shit. He was saying a lot of shit. He wasn't being truthful. He wasn't being real. He wasn't looking at the statistics. And I really did appreciate PP Tasha and King Low for calling GP out. And I really do appreciate that King Low is doing this. Let friendship be damned. If somebody isn't acting right, you gotta call them out, because GP wasn't acting right. So King Low called him out.
Civil conversation.
I'm trying to have a civil conversation when you jump in here already with that energy where you're like, nah. Let's have a conversation. Stop with the slurs. Okay? Let's ask you one last time to lower your voice when you're addressing the women in this panel. Let's have the conversation. Don't do the slurs, because I'm going to be an asshole too.
Well, first of all, you're on my panel. Don't come on my panel, start yelling. You didn't even let us up on your panel. So don't come up here
I don't watch
like
my
you're going to
chat.
regulate anything.
You should probably
let me
start
say this.
watching
So
your
Maybe
I don't
you need
watch
to
my
start.
chat.
Maybe
I
you
don't
need
watch
to
my
start
chat.
Wait
doing
a second. It does Capone. Does like you watch GP enough? Does he actually truly not watch his chat, or are you just talking shit? He's just hiding. Does he pay attention to his chat or not? Because I haven't watched a GP stream that much to actually pay attention that he is or isn't paying attention to his streams.
that.
If I know that,
Well,
if
maybe
I
you need
knew
to
y'all
start
wanted to
doing
come up,
that.
I would have dropped the link. I have
I
no problem with
spammed.
that.
I
They were
spammed your
saying it
chat.
for like 10
Okay,
minutes
so it's
I
straight.
don't look. You believe me? I don't look at the chat.
So the
Everybody knows
whole
that.
time,
Well-
the whole time you didn't look
Everybody
down?
knows I don't look at the chat to the end.
Everybody
to the very
knows you
end.
did.
Why would you not
Well,
look at
I
the chat till
spammed
the
your
end?
chat.
But I just don't do that.
Yeah.
That's what is that a problem with what I do with my thing?
Yeah, that is a
I
problem
don't
since you're a
understand that.
creator. You
Sound
should
like
look
a
at your
problem.
I
chat.
don't. It's my way. If I'm creating something, I'm creating it my way.
All
Why
right,
do I
wait.
have to
May I
bow
say
down to
something real
anybody
quick?
else?
Wait,
It's my thing.
excuse me. Hey, can I say something? I'm sorry. This is not my channel. It's Sunshine, but let's get one
Okay, so
straight.
if you wanted to have a conversation, why did you
Gotcha.
come up here with all that nah and raising your voice?
Yeah, like why is he coming in all hard like that for? If you really truly want to discourse, then you gotta humble yourself. Why GP coming in hard? Did he think he was just gonna scare this panel of women and what they're just gonna submit to his vices? Is this what he thinks? He's just gonna come in here, rage, scream, yell, shout, call people names, and they're supposed to, quiet up and run away?
Came up here
Exactly.
saying I'm here. I came up here. I said I'm here, and this, and low came out my throat. If you come at my throat, I'm gonna retaliate the same way. It is what it is.
Hold
I'm
on,
sorry.
wait.
It's just how I give it up.
Lower your
If you
voice.
don't want it like that, I can leave.
Right, nigga?
You hear this? So when I
You hear
attack
this?
back, I don't want to hear
They
nothing
have
else.
ears.
You get what I'm saying?
can't see
So
your
I'm
own
trying.
fucking
I'm
way.
being
Yes,
respectful
nigga.
right now.
Fuck you.
Wait, no.
That's the best I can be
because
respectful.
This is Sunshine. Hey, can I say
Okay,
something?
this is how
Damn
we're
it.
going to do it. This is how I'm going to get my points across. First of all, you blamed us. I don't want nobody else saying nothing. First of all, you blamed us, saying if they had said something, I wouldn't have been his friend. If they had said something, none of this would have happened. First of all, and I want you to listen. I want you to listen good.
Yes,
It
preach.
is not my responsibility to tell you or nobody else shit. You're all grown on this platform where we're supposed to be. Second of all, I did not know that motherfucker was a woman abuser. Okay? And third of all, if he drinks, he drinks. He's 21 and above. The reason why we left and we left quietly is because I left Girl World. Once I leave a sector, I leave a sector. I don't got to announce a damn thing. I'm not in an airport. I don't have to announce my arrival and my departure.
True.
To nobody.
Yeah, the other thing is, GP, you're a grown ass man, okay? If you decide to befriend this person, then befriend a person once you get to know their character and who they truly are. Don't befriend somebody who you think you know who they are. There's a difference between what people might show you and who they truly are. It's not up to Sunshine or Roach or Air Pepperoni or King Low or Curl Connections to tell you about Hannibal. If they want to leave quietly, they left quietly because of maybe one or multitude of disagreements. They want to be gone. And even if they did tell him anything, do you really think that GP would have listened? Do you really think that GP wouldn't be sticking around? Because who else does GP have to latch onto? Nobody else. Because this isn't GP's first foray in Girl World or Girl World adjacent. He's been in other communities. And he's going to latch on to somebody who has a significant following. At once again, I still don't understand how. With Hannibal, with that somber tone and voice and hours of streaming and just replaying other people's videos, how the hell did he get hundreds of people to be watching him every night? You know what? I think it's the time slot. Because our original time slot used to be, of course, Kaya, and then Hannibal started doing it more often. Now Hannibal's gone. So who's going to take over the late night slot, people? Who is going to do it?
YouTube don't pay my bills. I don't have to explain myself. So if I stop fucking with somebody, that's that. Then if I want drama, I have a big ass mouth. I don't bite my tongue. I don't backpedal, and I damn sure don't apologize. I say what I mean, and I mean what the fuck I said. So anything I said about you, Hannibal, Hurl World, Monty, or anybody else, this Jamaican queen baby stands 10 toes down about it.
Yep. There you go.
So yes, I said you backpedaled. Yes, I said you were a fucking abuser apologist. And I stand 10 toes down behind it.
He was.
Because that's how I feel.
I feel the same way. He literally was hoping this would all blow over, just like the multitude of times I went on stream and said, hey, well, actually, I think it was once. It was once I went on stream months ago, and I said that there's a rumor going around about the whole venereal and, the virus and the deficiency syndrome. And a lot of people jumped on me about it, saying I was lying and I was making shit up, and nobody was saying that. But here we are today, 2.5 weeks ago. Well, yeah, more like 3 weeks, pretty much now, 3 weeks ago. We found out it was true. There was somebody talking shit about Hannibal and saying that he has the syndrome and the virus and that he's been giving multiple ladies the venereal. So I guess Monty was right after all.
That's my opinion. And that's where I stand. Now, anything you need to say to me? And I'm Sunshine.
First and foremost, Sunshine. If I wanted to really, really come at y'all, I would have did it a long time ago. I'm just saying something. I took all the criticism.
Time ago, you didn't know me.
I'm talking about when you first started talking about this and you started saying things about me. Let's keep this honest. I didn't say shit. I took every one of y'all criticisms. Now I'm gonna go as far as to say this to you, to people on this panel. A lot of y'all assume and criticize me, which is cool. And I know what I did was wrong. I know right now, after seeing and hearing all the shit, y'all story and everybody,
man,
I was mad at myself. So Aries saying that I'm mad at him, well, that's cool. I take that too. But for first and foremost, don't put shit on me that's not really what I'm doing. I'm not trying to make it seem like y'all knew he was an abuser. I don't want y'all to think that. My point was to make y'all know, like, God damn, I was just on panel with her, but with Curl Connections 4 months ago. I wish you would have pulled my coattails to this nigga. It's not trying to make you seem or make anybody up there seem like.
Hold up. So you're saying it's not their fault that they didn't tell you that this man was an abuser, like if they were supposed to know that long ago that he was, because he's making it seem as if a something that happened in June was going to be the future of when they would have told him something. So how would they know the future when they left, like a year plus ago? Like, how can they predict the future that he was gonna be charged with this stuff? They couldn't. But here we go again. He says that he's not trying to do that, but then instead of blaming it on the multitude of these women on the panel, he starts trying to blame it on Curl Connections that isn't around. And hell no, Curl was going to put up with that bullshit. Because nobody should be blamed for other person's bullshit. If you ain't a little kid, if you're not my kid, if you're not my child, if you're not my ward, then don't blame me for your shit, okay? Because I'm not responsible for you. Carl isn't responsible for the shit that GP doesn't listen to or doesn't want to listen to or does his actions, whatever. She's responsible for herself. She's responsible for her family. And that's about it. Why this man will always and forever try and blame anything and everything on somebody else. That is literally the GP316 does.
It's your fault. It's not your fault. And I'm even go as far as say that I appreciate y'all coming out afterwards and criticizing me for my dumb ass being on panel with this dude or defending him. It's not had nothing to do with him or my emotions towards him. The only thing I kept saying, and I'm gonna stand on my 10 toes and say, damn, I wish I would have knew some other shit, and it probably wouldn't have got as deep as we were. I would have not. They had that nigga know my real name. I tried to stay anonymous. So yeah, I could take the fact that as you have up there, I fucked up. I could take that shit all the way.
But why does that still don't make no sense? Because I really don't think that GP would have listened to anybody, even if they did say, hey, there's the reason why weren't gonna hang around with Hannibal anymore. I honestly don't think GP would have listened to that. He would have maybe talked back to Hannibal like, "Oh, yo, listen, these people are saying this shit about you. Is that true?" And of course, if he did do that, Hannibal's gonna say no, it's not true, because Hannibal's just a sociopathic liar. This is what Hannibal does. He just lies. Make shit up, lies.
And I'm the asshole. I don't care. You blame me coming on here.
And that's the other one. GP literally is telling people that he plays video games with Hannibal. How many hours per day do you think Hannibal's playing video games? And GP's playing video games with him. How many hours per day do you think they actually talk in private? Shouldn't GP be one of the people that has the info more than anybody else? This is what gets to me. This is what I'm saying. Like,
Ron, so you know, I have no problem talking shit, but when I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But it's nothing to do with Hannibal and his shenanigans. I'm wrong. I'm mad at myself. So, Curl, not Curl. Sunshine, thank you for the criticism. Keep hitting me with that shit. Keep telling me I'm wrong, which I need it. But don't assume or lie or anything else about what I did know or how I feel. That's why I came up here to let people know, to let y'all know I'm not blaming y'all.
Can I calmly?
Y'all walked away quietly. That was not my intention. My intention was to say, like, damn, I wish one of y'all, especially Curl Connections, who was on my panel with Hannibal, I wish he would have hit me up. That's all I was saying.
Wait,
I'm sorry to interrupt you. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drop down, because since Curl's name is being brought up at this moment,
thank you.
I want Curl to be able to say her part, and then I'll come back up if you.
So that's what happened. He's lying. He told everyone to F themselves when questioned. I believe that. Like I said, I believe that he just thought this was gonna die down. Hannibal was gonna ride through the storm just like all the other times he's ridden through the storm, and they've said something which in turn turned out to not be true. And I'm gonna keep repeating that, because when Monty said that somebody was out there saying that this and that about Hannibal, that was true. When I said there was somebody out there saying that he had the virus, it was true. When I said somebody out there was saying he has the syndrome, it was true. Somebody out there was saying that. Whether or not that in itself, what they were actually saying was factually true, is beside the point. I don't actually know that. I don't know if he has the virus. I don't know if he has the syndrome. I don't. All I know is that somebody out there was talking about it, was saying that he does have it, and that was true. And I'm gonna keep repeating that. He told him himself, and he he didn't.
All right.
Can I say something for like 15 seconds?
Go ahead.
Okay, so the issue was, you said, why didn't we tell people, right? You may not have intended for it to come off that way, but that's how it came off. So words, it's intent versus impact, right? I'm gonna give you some leeway today. I'm not gonna put anything on you, but that's how it felt. And then you don't read the chat you say, and so it sounded like you didn't want to hear what we said. And then you come up here, rah, and we're like, hey, chill. So that's just how we are perceiving this, okay? I'm the nice asshole up here, so I'm gonna let the rest out.
Let me clarify something with you. First and foremost, who are you for me to let you know anything?
Get him.
I ain't gotta let you know shit. You ain't my man. You ain't my brother. You ain't shit to me. So fuck you, GP. I don't have to let you know a goddamn thing. That's on you. That's on you. You went and got involved with this fool, letting him know all your business. You and him got a whole bromance going on, and now it's everybody else's fault because y'all were involved. Don't play with me.
Yeah, another thing. So Hannibal knows GP's real name. How is that going to work out for GP? Because GP has been extremely careful with guarding his true identity, right? GP has been extremely careful to the point of showing body parts, as she has allegedly body parts of himself to multiple people in order to thwart attempts of figuring out who he truly is. Because once people figure out all that shit, he's done. Because there's a lot of shit, a lot of lies that GP is saying and does say and will continue to say. So I wonder how Hannibal, knowing that he's a snake in himself, if he's gonna retaliate against his former best buddy GP316 and somehow leak that information, because that would be completely wild.
Me, you don't even know me like that. Fuck your panel 4 months ago.
Can I ask a question?
Go ahead.
What
Stupid
lies?
ass.
Yes, he is a stupid ass. I say that calmly. What lies? You came up here. I'm gonna trust the lies.
Fish, where have you been? GP was sending out different body parts of his ashy ass alleged self, not showing his face, but like showing like a shoulder with his white A-frame shirt on, or showing a foot, ashy as hell. Allegedly supposed to be him. He would send different pics to different people so that if anything got leaked, he'd know exactly who leaked it. That is how this man was operating. So this is why Capone is laughing, because yeah, he was sending out ashy ass pictures of his alleged self.
What lies are you talking about?
The fuck?
Okay, so let me address everybody that just said something to me. All right,
Including
Curl.
me, specifically King Love.
Curl,
Thank you.
you don't owe me shit. You right. I never said you did. If you heard me on that stream, I said that it's not your responsibility. It's not your due diligence. Nothing. You don't have a duty or anything to tell anybody that. I was saying it as I wish you did. See, you taking it the wrong way, which is cool. That's why I'm up here telling you and everybody else, y'all taking this shit the wrong way. You're taking it as I'm trying to attack you and say it's your fault. The people who I attacked was Curl and Monty. That's who I wanted to attack. I was just saying, like, damn.
Curl and Monty, yes, you attack me all the time with Hannibal's blessing and guidance, but now Hannibal's gone, so I wonder what you're gonna do now.
Damn, I wish to God that you would have pulled my coattail to this nigga. Nothing else, nothing more, nothing less.
GP,
But it's not your responsibility to do
how
that.
Am I supposed to know he put his hands on women?
Hold on. I never said you're supposed to know that, Kurt.
One at a time.
I never said you're supposed to know that. I never said you're supposed to know that. I was saying that this dude did all that to you, all the stuff when you was on my panel. Y'all made up. Y'all both was like, damn. I went back to the panel. Y'all both was like, you know what? It felt good to talk to you. It felt good to talk to you too. It felt, yeah, you know what? All that shit is the past. It's the past. So be it. Let's leave it there. So I'm thinking, like, oh, okay, oh shit, he made up with somebody that he beefed over in the past.
So
wait a minute, but did he tell you why we beefed? Did he tell you why we beefed?
That's the point. He never did. That's why. That's why I was like, damn, I wish Curl would have said something to me.
But the thing is, but GP, let me put it to you in a different perspective. If it was you and me and you was cool and me and you was beefed out, would you want me to tell everybody on the internet me and you beefed out and why? No, I don't roll like that. I don't do shit like that. I back away silently, and that's that on that.
We were trying to be civil, and we didn't know he was hitting anybody, right? So what were we supposed to say? Hey, he's an asshole who drink alcohol.
Can I poke holes in that? I wish I had known.
Right, Fish.
Because when you do talk to GP on the internet, he do things like block you and not want to hear what you have to say. So I'm just confused as to what about this that you would have listened to with these ladies, as considering that you victim blamed them the entire.
Oh my God, why is King Lo making so much sense? It's like for weeks now, I keep having to agree completely with King Lo. I'm saying the same thing. Even if they told GP, would GP have listened? And I'm thinking probably not, because at the end of the day, GP will sit down, look at the numbers, and if shit is hitting the fan, he's gonna go the other way. That's literally what he was doing. That's why he literally was off for days, looked at the numbers. Oh, he was like, oh shit, this whole Hannibal thing isn't going well for me. So I'm just gonna jump ship. Like your mommy said, it's like he's like a little rat leaving the Titanic. He thought it was unsinkable. He thought the Hannibal gravy train was gonna continue and he was gonna keep going on panel and he was gonna continue to, filter views, funnel views from Hannibal to his channel until everybody knew that what Hannibal did is what Hannibal did. So yeah, I'm agreeing with King Lo again. He wouldn't have listened.
Your chat, and now you're trying to say you didn't victim blame them, but that's what you did. Also, what lies? Because I wish you had Mucinex.
Okay, so I'm gonna say, as I said before, first, it was not blaming y'all. If y'all take it that way, then I can't help it. But that was not my intention. So that's on you if you take it that way. I just came up here to tell you, yo, that wasn't my intention. I didn't really have to come here and say.
Yeah, his go-to is say that you're lying. And yeah, that's gonna piss a lot of people off because he was saying how Sunshine and King Lo and Roach and Carl Connections was lying. Like, what were they lying about? They were giving their honest opinion on a situation, provided with all the available facts, and came to a conclusion. The conclusion was that GP, you're a bitch. And you were standing up for Hannibal for whatever reason, friendship, whatever you want to say. It was the views or a combination or all of those components all together. But at the end of the day, the disgusting things that GP came out of GP's mouth and the whole chromosome thing was just completely gross. And then for him to backtrack, okay. And then for him to come on talking about he's going to burn this down, burn that down. Yo, take your beating and move on. Don't come back to the internet. Like your mama said, he needs to leave. He needs to disappear. He needs to go just like Hannibal. Get out of here.
Could let y'all bash me and say c'est la vie. But I don't want to get the wrong idea out there. And damn the channel. It's just that I just don't want to get the wrong idea out there. I wasn't bashing y'all, and I wasn't blaming y'all. I just, like you said, back then, you took the route of saying, I don't want to be involved with this ignorance, this dude, and walked away. I was just in my mind, like, and I was just as a person from the hood that was saying, damn, I wish you would have pulled a coat. That's all I was referencing to, like, damn, I wish you would have pulled my coattails. Not it's your job or your duty, just damn, I wish. Now, second of all, people are saying to answer Low question, which Low, I did block Low. I did because I don't like the extreme craziness, that extreme back and forth. So you see what I'm saying? I'm trying to explain my answer to you. You're still talking, bro. Come on. Let's get this right, man. What's going to happen?
Let's get this right. Go ahead, baby.
Oh, all right. Thank you. When you have people saying that I knew about the situation beforehand, he talking deaf with me with the situation and things in that manner, I'm like, bro, that's not true. I didn't know any. When I found out, I guess when everybody found out on Monty's stream, even when I told the story, when he was talking to me on the game, all he said to me was like, yo, Hurl's doxing me on Twitter. I was like, what? And then Monty went live. I looked at my phone and said, hold on, let me put Monty on. Monty blew it up. And that's what I was like, yo, bro, what's he talking about? And then Hannibal was like, well, hold on, let me, I got to talk to my lady. He went off, came back like 30 minutes later. He gave me some story. I remember I had kids, so I was like, bro, I got to go. He gave me some story. I said, all right, we're going to finish this up tomorrow. And that's how I learned. I didn't know it before. It was no predated. Then people are saying that I planned it out with him. I didn't plan nothing out with Hannibal.
But look.
Wow, this man, he can't even tell the truth. It would make a lot of sense that he did plan it out with Hannibal, because one of the times I said certain things, Hannibal came right away and quashed it, right? Quashed it just like that. He went on live saying I was talking shit about him and I was defaming him. Funny how that actually turned out to be true, and not defamation, but the truth. Why would it take Hannibal 2 days? I went on stream Wednesday. GP's confirming that Hannibal knew about it immediately. He knew about it even before I streamed. GP's confirming that Hannibal knew that. So then, of course, he's going to confer with his girl, get a plan together, and then, take 2 days, come on Friday, try and explain things as much as possible, and try and out some fires, right? But it didn't work like that.
Shouldn't this teach you a lesson, though? This should teach you a lesson to not put all your eggs in one basket. Just because you're good friends on the game don't mean you know that person.
Can I say something real quick?
Say something?
Sure. Let Savara say something real quick.
Yeah,
Oh, I'm
because
sorry. I apologize. You're right.
no, it's all right because I'm pressed.
All right. I think I'm gonna end this up with the Yo Mama. So if you haven't watched Yo Mama, is he gone for good? Maybe, I don't know, Mons. Maybe he's gone for good. Maybe he isn't gone for good. Do I really? Do I care? Not really. I mean, whatever happens, happens, man. I've had my own fair share in this community. I've said a lot of stuff in this community. I've told people about Nad's having a warrant for his arrest, and people said I was lying. I said, hey, Jessica Messica had a drunk driving charge when she was admonishing S Jam when he was driving to Wendy's, and it was like a very super scary situation for a lot of people. I've said so many things, the whole Timberlake situation, and then people were, getting on me about that, and it turned out to be true. There's been a multitude of times I've tried to say something about it, and you know what? If people don't want to listen, people don't want to listen. People think, hey, Monty's making it up, then people are gonna think Monty's making it up. What can I do about it? I just give my piece, and people either listen or they don't. Anyways, let's end this up with your mama's section of this out in GP316 with his lies, of course. Of course. Yeah. GP pretending he didn't know. Of course he did.
Mouth story. But does this nigga not realize that this clown literally the next day took up for Hannibal and played Hannibal's video of the finger being pointed at the forehead? Roll it.
Here. He turned around. He was walking away. She ran up behind him and started pushing him and pretty much hitting him and pushing him. He swung himself around and hit her. That was the version they told me. He swung around and hit her.
Yeah.
Now that poking on the forehead, hitting her with the fucking bracelet, mushing her in the face.
Yeah.
That's. I started to think like,
what?
You didn't.
Yeah, that's the worst part about this is, Hannibal manipulated a lot of people to support him and took the heat. He literally used MASH as a shield. He literally came on there, made sure that somebody else was on there after he started talking about stuff that truly didn't matter, which was his information's out there. Yeah, your information's out there. You're being talked about, just like how he comes on and talks about people for hours and hours and hours on end. And he used GP as much as GP was using him. It's a very symbiotic relationship that was happening over there. MASH was being used. He was using the panel, getting up as much people on panel as possible, creating his super insulated hug box.
Hit her. You hit her by.
So that again, that's what he said. He told him a different story than what he said on the panel. Now here he is the next day, after being on panel with Hannibal, defending Hannibal. Roll it.
That's the same scenario. So if you want to know what I know, look at the movie Baby Boy. Look at what Jody and his girlfriend was arguing. He was walking out the house and she was punching him in the back of his head, pushing him, and he turned around and he hit him.
Right.
That's the same scenario.
Oh.
It's just that Hannibal pushed her forehead and hit her with.
Gotcha, nigga. Gotcha, nigga. You said that you came in late. And if you heard that story about the forehead being pushed, that was unbelievable. That was a dumbass story. That was a lie. He told you a different story. But then here you are, literally after going on panel with Hannibal, the next day, you confirmed that stupid ass story with the finger being pointed at the forehead. Nigga, you's a liar. GP316, you trying so hard to keep your YouTube channel. You trying so hard to keep the little bit of relevancy that you have. Nigga, just delete that shit by now because you got exposed. You're a clown, dog. You said.
Yeah, as if no one is going to review what he said to confirm that his story is the same, that his story is straight.
You said that you came in late.
Full Moon and Star donated $2 through Super Chat. Leave Tyrese out of this, GP.
Exactly. GP, you told the world that you didn't hear what Hannibal said the video where he explained his story to the world about the finger in the forehead thing and the bracelet hitting the lips. You said, I didn't hear that story. He told me a different story. And when people told me the story that he told, I went back and I listened and I found out he was a liar. And that's why I changed my mind about him. But nigga, if that's true, then why the next day after the panel, you ran with the same story he gave that he gave to the world? You said that the nigga just poked her in the forehead. You said it. Stop lying, nigga. Stop going
Exposed
on these panels with these women and lying to these women, acting like you heard a different story and that's the reason why you fell out with Hannibal. No, you fell out with Hannibal because everybody started piling on Hannibal. You started looking around the room and going, holy shit, all these people are turning on Hannibal. I better get off the boat. Okay.
Exactly. Got off the boat. Just this, DJ Doris. This sums it up 100%. GP thought the community would forgive Hannibal, so he jumped to defend him to build a bigger alliance, bigger and stronger alliance and friendship. Yes. He's just a social climber and mush mouth loser. Yes.
You was on the Titanic. And you was on the Titanic and you thought that the Titanic is unsinkable. You was the one yelling, this boat is unsinkable. It hit that iceberg and you still was screaming, this boat is unsinkable. When people started getting on life rafts and started floating out to the water, you still was saying this boat is unsinkable. But then when it started going down and water started getting on and water started touching your feet, you jumped on one of them life rafts. That's what you did. And now you want to throw everybody else under the bus. And then you want to lie to all these women and say that, oh, well, the story he told me was different than the one he explained to me. He said he punched her in the mouth. He never said nothing about a finger to her forehead. Well, nigga, then why did you repeat that lie the next day when you was defending him, clown?
That made no sense.
Let me play it back for him because he got a hard time. He got a hard time of hearing. So let me play that part back for him.
With his and he turned around and he hit her. That's the same scenario. It's just that Hannibal pushed her forehead.
Yeah, that's another good point, Haller Groceries. Just like how GP was asking ladies to have spoken sooner and come to him about information. He knew about it 2 days before Hannibal's stream. Yet he said nothing because they were colluding together. They were trying to set the story straight on what they're gonna say. And the most disgusting part that your mama did bring up is he was literally trying to collude with Hannibal and Hannibal's victim all together, as if the victim has any say. Does this man know anything about statistics? Does this man have any type of, I don't know, ability to navigate a social situation? Why the hell? It's so scary for a victim to recount a very traumatic incident. Yeah, Hannibal said, okay, he only did it once, right? Whether it was a push or a punch or a poke, he said he did it once. Do I believe that? No, it was probably a beating. If I sit back and think about it, look at various factors, the likelihood it was probably a beating. And as a victim, that's one of the worst things could ever be done to you, is you sit beside your abuser and try and have your abuser and his best buddy make up some lie that you weren't abused and that everything is good. That's completely fucking sick to me. That's just dirty and disgusting.
And hit her with his chain, right?
Oh,
Streamlabs.
There you go.
Streamlabs.
Yes. Jay donated $5 through Super Chat.
Oh, I'm
exposing
exposing
these SBUSERS.
Yes, Jay. That's why I got that nigga. You got. He thought he was slick. He thought he was smart. He thought to himself, wait a minute. 2 weeks later, he came up. He said, man, I need to come up with a story to revive my channel, to keep myself in the game. So I got to come up with a lie, a story on how I didn't hear his original story, because his original story was so stupid and unbelievable that when I listened to it, I said, I got daughters, dog. I can't be.
I don't know who truly thinks that GP is from the Bronx. Is it Bronx? I thought he said Brooklyn. You DJ Doris, you're getting it wrong. It's not the Bronx. It's Brooklyn. He says he's from, because I remember distinctly the man said he was in the neighborhood next door to me, west of me, because I was in Queens. He was in Brooklyn, which is west of Queens, and then we got Bronx to the north. Okay, so I was close to the airport, not that far away, near Jamaica, Queens, and he was somewhere in Brooklyn. I think I'm not sure if it was like Bed-Stuy area. I can't really remember which area of Brooklyn he was trying to rep, but that was a lie.
Be associated with you because you're telling two different stories. But nigga, how is that possible when you just confirmed his story the very next day? Clown. Stop lying. You wanted to defend an abuser. You did it twice. Not only on the panel with Hannibal, and you look like a moron, but you did it the next day on your stream. You defended an abuser. You got to live with that, dog. Stop coming around these women and trying to pull out their heartstrings. No, you defended that man. Stay on that boat. There's no life raft for you. No, you're going to stay on that boat. And I'm going to make sure you stay on it. Go ahead. I got to hear it again. I got to hear this liar again.
All right. I'm gonna stay tuned for what GP316 is going to do tomorrow night and give some explanation and receipts. I guess a whole lot of people going to be thrown underneath the bus, because not only do I think Hannibal and GP316 was trying to come up with some solutions, but I think a whole other interesting and maybe even surprising people were also with Hannibal and maybe GP trying to figure out exactly what Hannibal was going to say that Friday night in question about whatever story he was going to concoct and come up with and do whatever. So it will be interesting to take a look at GP316's receipts when he streams tomorrow.
That's the only difference. He didn't cold out slapped her. He pushed her on the forehead, hit her with a chain. Hit her with his bracelet, excuse me.
Oh, he did.
I don't understand. I don't understand.
I don't understand.
Something I won't do.
Right.
So I'm just answering the person question that sent me the DM. Something I won't do.
Right.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't equal up to what Hannibal or Monty or any of these clowns in here will do.
Oh, and let's get to the best part, ladies and gentlemen. I got to get to the best part. Ladies, if you ever been in DV or you've ever been in a situation, please, this is not funny. This is very disgusting what he's about to say right here. It's probably the worst thing probably somebody's ever said in Grow World Space, and I know there's been a lot of nasty things been said, but I really want you to listen to this part because you really need to hear this to see how disgusting this man is.
Yep.
You really need to hear this part, okay?
Listen carefully.
Because it's exposing time today, and I'm going to expose this clown. Now, I need that infinity ring, and I need your channel to be deleted. You're the next one up because nobody's going to fuck with you after this. Listen to what this man's about to say right now. Roll it.
It's like, what do you want the man to do? You want the man to become I don't understand people. What would you do in this scenario? Let me ask you a question. And I'm gonna tell you the scenario that was told to me. What would you do if a person is excuse me, if you walking away from a person, right?
Right.
You're walking away from a person and the person come and attack you. What would you do in that scenario? Would you just be attacked and keep running? Or would you turn around and defend yourself? See, you won't know unless you've been in that scenario. It's not like this man is physically abusing this woman every day. I game with him a lot, so I don't hear the abuse.
Yo, that was so packed with so much bullshit. Okay, so your partner who you should trust and respect, because why the F would you be with anyone if you don't trust and respect them? It doesn't make any sense. If they run upon you, do you really think they're trying to cause you harm? Unless, I guess, if you're in a toxic relationship. But if little old Monty was in a toxic relationship, you know what Monty would do? He would get the fuck out of that toxic relationship, because I don't play around with that bullshit. If somebody's giving you problems, get the fuck out of there. It isn't worth it to stay in that relationship because it's never going to go anywhere and your problems are going to get worse. coupled with not only problems from that person, maybe their family, but then the laws will get involved. Somebody might say something that you did or didn't do something. There's just a multitude of problems that come with these toxic relationships. The other thing is how he was talking is like, man, really, you're gonna go there because you didn't it's not like he's beating her every day, because he's just beating her every other day, so it's okay. If he only beats her on Mondays and Wednesdays and Fridays, man, she gets a day of rest, right, GP? It's all good. It's all good. He's not doing it every day, because that's a call for, but every other day is okay, right, GP? Right? And okay, just because you're gaming with him and he isn't doing it while he's gaming, that's makes it also okay, right? Because you're not hearing it. You're not seeing it. You're not hearing it. It's so gross what this man came on stream and said, and I cannot believe that a lot more people aren't calling him out.
I want y'all to listen to that part again. He said, it's not like this man is beating this woman every day. It's not like this man is beating her every day. I game with this man. I don't hear the abuse. So he just does it when he's not gaming with you or you're not on the mic with him. That's okay. As long as it's not every day. I want to play that back for the people in the back row, because I want you to listen to this. And if anybody invite this clown on panel, don't have no sympathy to him. Don't go, because that's what he tries to do. He tries to pull at your heartstrings, and he tries to throw everybody else under the bus and says, it's not my fault. I'm just a normal. I'm an innocent. I didn't know what I was talking about. Don't play. He plays that with everybody. He's done this for a long time. He loves to play this game. But listen to his words.
True.
Okay?
So true.
Listen. Say that again, my boy.
I mean, at least abuse. See, you won't know unless you've been in that scenario. It's not like this man is physically abusing this woman every day.
Oh,
I game with him a lot, so I don't hear the abuse.
You don't hear it. You don't hear it.
I mean, at least, during the nighttime, I don't hear the abuse.
Oh.
And he laughs. He's chuckling like it's funny.
At least during the nighttime, I don't hear it. Y'all hear that?
WTF. And this man is saying he has kids. This man right here, and he's laughing at shit like that. Like, that's funny.
This was the next day. After that man came out and admitted to punching a woman in the mouth. And he said, at least I don't hear it when I'm on the mic with him. And it ain't at nighttime.
Game with him a lot, so I don't hear the abuse. I mean, at least, during the nighttime, I don't hear the abuse. I keep it real like that.
Keep it real.
But it's a fact of the matter is that everybody is using this to drag him. And I had to tell him, like, bro, you hit a woman, you in girl world, they're going to put it against you. Now my boy did have, my boy.
He's so worried about girl world in his channel. Hey, listen. You hit a woman, girl world's going to be against you, but you'll get out of it. You don't worry about it. Gave him a little pep talk. They game planned on how to get out of this. You see how dirtbaggish this nigga is?
Exactly.
He's so worried about his channel and girl. Who cares that he hit a woman in the fucking mouth? You in a community full of women, dog. What's wrong with you?
He did tell me, he was like, yo, you got to understand, you got to recognize one thing. I said, what do I need to recognize? He was like, you got to recognize the fact that the man is 50. I said, yes. He said, and on top of that, you got to recognize the fact that
he's 50.
Sunshine, yeah, I'm gonna tell him, GP, you're needed back on Sunshine 2.0's channel. You have a few more questions. In fact, Sunshine, maybe you should make another stream on Saturday. whenever. He's streaming tomorrow. He says he has some receipts he's gonna expose. Like I said, it's gonna be extremely interesting who gets exposed, because I guess we're thinking Hannibal, but it could be other people. I mean, sometimes there's people in private Discord rooms, maybe on, I don't know, Twitter, chat, wherever. I don't know, but it could be more than one person, maybe multiple people that you might have not thought will be colluding with Hannibal to try and concoct a story. But if that's the case, then hey man, I'm all for it. It's like people shouldn't be colluding to concoct a story when there is a legitimate threat to not only one person's life, at least one person's life, because that's what it is. DV is a legitimate threat to a person's life, because I keep saying this, I've said this in the comment section. With DV, the beatings get harsher, the beatings get longer, and the beatings get fiercer. When you're factoring all of those things happening, where people are getting beaten for longer, beaten harder, more ferocious, and more often, people end up dead. And this is why this is a very serious matter. And I will not laugh at this shit because it's not funny. I'm not GP. I'm not going to be a little bitch and laugh about this. This is very serious. And I think more attention needs to be put towards this.
This is not the type of environment that the truth would be enough. I said, okay, you're right. And he said, he said the biggest kicker, he told me, I said kicker, but he said the biggest thing you got to realize is that you told me he criticized people for being abusive to children, to women, to men. He is a big critic towards those type of people. I said, yes, he is. And then he turned around. Then he was like, that's the problem. He said, it's not the problem that him and his lady was fighting each other. The problem lies in he should have came when it happened. He should have came out and addressed his audience, since he criticized other people and he.
But I'm done right there.
Yeah, I think I'm done as well. I think the whole thing, Hannibal thought this was going to be brushed underneath the rug. He factored in the probability of it being found out by somebody, factoring with, it's better to get in front of it. And he just thought, hey, I'm going to write this out. Allegedly, supposedly, the charges have been dropped. I'm not really sure about that. But he's saying that pretty much Hannibal should have gotten in front of it, but then people would have known, right? And then maybe people would have started looking harder for other stuff, for whatever else Hannibal has been hiding, okay? So at the end of the day, it all came out. We have this. Hannibal is now gone as of a couple days ago. I actually don't know whether or not he got removed through copyright strike or multi-do stuff. All I gotta say is, on my end, it wasn't me. Maybe he had gotten a strike or two. Who knows? I'm not really sure. But from when I looked at his channel, it just says that his channel doesn't exist, which kind of tells me that he probably did remove it himself. But I can't confirm that, to be honest with you. So we'll just have to see what happens. At the end of the day, he could be back. People have been saying he has another channel. Oh yeah, he does have another channel. He has the homeless people channel, which some people are concerned for these individuals, especially with his job that he has, where he can actually change people's lives in a negative manner or positive manner. He could break families up. He could have children not see their mother, their father, both their parents, their grandparents, based on his reviews of different cases, which is actually power. Plus, you have him going around trying to make a channel in the guise and shadow of soft white underbelly, where he goes around and interviews people. Hey, there's another channel that came up into my timeline. It's a channel where, swear to God, these people are crackheads. It's like this dude, this like black guy with this lady, and she was interviewed at first, but now she's a regular on the channel, and they're completely on the powder. They're on the hard white. You could completely tell them. They go around interviewing people and all types of like bullshit happens, and people just love that. Can somebody remind me what is that channel called? I gotta look through my history. But Hannibal was trying to make it mostly like soft white underbelly, but also like this channel. So who knows what will happen? All I gotta say is I'll be here for it. We'll see the explanation that GP gives. Whether or not it's sufficient, probably not going to be sufficient, but hey, whatever. All right, people, thanks for hanging out with me. Hopefully this was something that, I don't know, had information for you and whatnot. I'll be around Saturday. I'll stream about Foodie Beauty, and then if anything substantial comes from the GP stream, then I'll be on that as well. Other than that, take care of yourselves. Have a great one. Bye-bye.